Good morning and welcome to cats. Just kidding. Welcome to Coffee and Connect. I hope that you guys made it through the full moon alive. I know that the full moon was a little bit tricky for some people. Did you have a hard time with the full moon? How was the full moon for you? How was it? Yeah, I hope the full moon was okay for you. Let me get myself sorted out. I love coffee. It's so good. Today I pulled 3 cards for you guys. Ben's excited. And I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, this is the rare Benicus domesticus making biscuits. Oh, just apparently Ben likes to be in the videos now. What are we doing? What can I do for you? Do we need to have a conversation? What are you doing? So while Ben gets comfortable, I totally lost my train of thought. I haven't been like that. I haven't always had curly hair. It just changed a couple years ago. So I have pulled cards from the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck, the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck by Kyle Gray, the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle. The inspiration for using the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck was in honor of Uranus going direct. So Uranus has been retrograde for 5 months, but now that we had the full moon on the 10th, I believe Uranus went direct like on the 10th or 11th. With Uranus going direct, what this is really causing is we're being called forward to step into who we truly are. And so the card reading really reflects that, and I just love it. So I will explain a little bit more about like the planets and like the signs, and it might make a little bit more sense. So each astrological sign is ruled by a planet or 2. Some signs are ruled by 2 planets, but in this instance, like Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So when we have a planet and a sign that are paired together, they share a lot of the same traits. So if you are familiar with Aquarius, I kind of think of them as like the space cadets of astrological signs, not because they're like spacey and like none of those negative things, but because they kind of live by their own rules. They dance to the beat of their own drum, or they dance to music that nobody else can hear because like it's, you know, it's their music, the beat of their drum. But I also kind of think of Aquarius people as like being on planet Aquarius, where sometimes like they'll have like that really quirky sense of humor, or they'll just kind of say things that are like I get what you're saying, but like, what are you talking about? They're just kind of quirky, like really unique people. And I'm speaking about them so highly because I'm an Aquarius moon, and I've always been kind of like weird and quirky. And I just really have learned to embrace that about myself. And I've found that like I have a lot of Aquarius people in my life. But anyway, so those traits of Aquarius, like that authenticity, the bravery, not even the bravery to be who they are, like they just are who they are. There's not like, gosh, if you've been involved in like personal development or like life coaching or like spiritual development, any kind of self-growth stuff, like there was like this big focus on like authenticity for a while, like just be authentic. And like it came across as, oh, hey, okay. Try not to get attacked. What are you guys doing? Oh, Ben, be nice to your sister, please. There was this movement around like be authentic, and to me it feels kind of the same as when people are like just be yourself, and it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Like it's really kind of trite advice, like just be yourself, like everyone will accept you. Which one is not true because we live in a highly judgmental world, but 2, how do you be yourself if you don't know who you are? And so what is happening with Uranus going direct, and as we'll see in the cards, which I'm so excited to share with you guys, so I have to stop talking so that we can eventually get to it, is that we are being called forward into the space where we can just be us. This is a long time coming. Like I said, the retrograde was for 5 months. So for 5 months, Uranus kind of just looked like it wasn't moving. It just kind of was at a standstill. And so when everything else is moving around it, it looks like it's moving backwards a little bit. Anytime a planet is retrograde, what it's calling us to do is really internally focus on the elements of that planet. So really kind of calling us to focus on how are we different and how are we not accepting that about ourselves? How can we be more authentically who we already are? If you don't know who you are in that retrograde time, it might have been a time of really deeply getting to know yourself. For me, like that's definitely what I can say I've been going through in that time of the retrograde, like in hindsight, where it wasn't really getting to know myself, it was getting to accept myself, because I've always been like kind of like weird and quirky, but for a long time I really tried to hide that because I wanted to be what the world said I was supposed to be. But there was like these authentic parts of me that just kind of poked out, you know, like the tattoos. How you doing, Brandy? Oh, she's even. Okay, now without further ado, the first card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck is this card of what is already with you. You think about this card, what is already with us? Like, we are with us all the time. Like the unique, beautiful, delicate, original, authentic, rare, special, insert as many positive, loving words as you can from your own mental catalog, about you has always been with you. But now that Uranus is going direct, now you have like the energy, the feeling of permission, the bravery, the courage, the support, the willingness to authentically show yourself, to authentically show the things inside of you that are already with you. And the number of this card is 17. In numerology, 1 + 7 is 8. 8 is a number of abundance. It's the infinity symbol. So what is already with you has always been with you, but because of more astrology, we weren't able to see and accept that. So there's a stellium in Capricorn. A stellium is when you have 4 planets that are all in one sign. I think of when the planets are in a sign, it's like being in a car. So like we've got 4 planets that are in the Capricorn car. The planets that are in the Capricorn stellium are the sun, because this is Capricorn season, Saturn, Pluto, and Mercury. So Capricorn represents responsibility, structure, the way that we show up in the world, work, career, stability, security. We're in a 4 universal year, strong foundation. So there's some commonalities between this year that we're in and the traits of Capricorn. So with the stellium, like some elements of it are that, especially with like Saturn and Pluto being in Capricorn, Saturn is the ruler of like time. Capricorn is about structures. Pluto is about the shadow, the thing that we're not seeing. So what is happening with all these planets coming together is essentially the old way that things have been done is not working anymore. And Uranus coming direct is saying like, okay, let's think outside the box. Like, let's operate outside the box. Like what has been our modus operandi is just not working anymore. It's just not. And so that's really what this Saturn-Pluto conjunction is bringing to our attention. It's also what the stellium is about, like Capricorn, and Saturn rule structures, and like these old structures that we have, they're not working. And you might see that in a personal way as well, that there are old things that you used to do that are not working. Now that Uranus is direct, we are being shown how what we needed all along was with us and within us. The next card that I have is Rada, and it's Soul Flame, and the message is rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. We don't take a lot of time to focus on our relationship with ourselves. When we don't love ourselves, we don't know how to receive love. When we haven't learned to see the things that make us unique, beautiful, special, lovable, amazing, worthy, then when people reflect that back to us, because that's really what love is someone reflecting back to us like, I think that you're amazing. I think that these are all the great things about you. Like when we haven't seen that for ourselves and it gets reflected back to us, we're like, nope, I can't accept that because that's not real, because I don't see that about myself. This is a time for us to work on healing our relationship with ourselves and developing a healthy relationship with ourselves. The other card that came out of the Keepers of the Light deck is this Holy Amethyst card, and it says move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. So we've come through this eclipse portal, and it was challenging for some of us. The new moon eclipse was much more challenging for me than the full moon eclipse, but I know people are having a hard time with the full moon because it's a full moon and then because it's an eclipse. So the challenges that you've dealt with, like the lessons that you've learned, this is definitely like a time to focus on like, what is it that you want? Like, what is it that you want for yourself? What is it that you want in your life? What is it that you want to show to the world? Yeah, and amethyst is a healing stone. This final card, oh man. Okay, thank you. Final card is from the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck, and it is the card for Aquarius, which, as I said before, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. And so this to me is just further complication. This card to me is just further confirmation that we are being invited with so much love and support to step forward and be our true selves, our unique selves, and like to not care that people think that we're weird or quirky or a little bit strange, you know, because you know what is in your heart, like you know the positive intentions that you carry. Aquarians are very, very, very accepting people, very non-judgmental people. So this is a beautiful attribute for us to call in as we come into 2020. Again, what is already within you, what is already with you is all you need. Like, open yourself and let your little magical internal butterflies fly out wherever they want. You're awesome. Rada, rediscover the lost parts of yourself, because there's a lot of amazingness inside you and the world needs it right now. Also, look at ways that you can heal or kind of further dig into having a healthy relationship with yourself. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Amethyst is a crystal of healing. Move beyond your current challenges, focus on what you want. And Aquarius, just be you and like don't worry about what other people think, because I mean, does it matter? Does it really matter? So I hope that you guys are able to move into a space of like self-love and self-acceptance, that you're able to become aware of some self-judgment and just drop that shit off at the curb. Just sending you guys so much love. Let me know how the cards resonated for you. If you're an Aquarius, you know, drop me a little comment and share some Aquarius love. Let us know how it's going from planet Aquarius. And yeah, if there's anything that you want to release, if there's anything you want to share, please feel free to comment. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you enjoy these videos, or my cats, or crazy bedhead. And yeah, like, share, comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.